Good morning and welcome to the 43rd Annual Ecumenical Service and Flag Raising here at the cabin. A brief history before we even start. In 1973, St. Andrew's Church down around the corner here bought this house because it was abandoned and it looked awful. And they were going to have it torn down. And when the demolition crew came and started to tear it down, they realized under the artificial brick and the wood was a log cabin. And that was in 1973. And out of that, the Historical Society was born. And the next year, the 4th of July Committee was born. And what we did, we worked together. The Historical Society raised funds to have this restored. And all the labor was free. But we had a new furnace, new electric, and new water put in. And the brick that you see was brought over from Salem from a schoolhouse that was being torn down, and the brick is well over 100 years old. And the Boy Scouts brought that back. And 3 years later, July 4th, 1976, the very first 4th of July parade started. They lined up at the Fitch School and came down the street where the library is on Raccoon, and came down here. And when they were done, we had an ecumenical service and a flag raising. And so this is the 43rd annual event celebrating the parade, the ecumenical service, and the flag raising. And it's just because of so many people in Austintown love everything we do in Austintown. This time I get to introduce some special guests. Our trustees, you have to wave your hand or something. Jim Davis, where are you? Okay, see, he followed orders. And Doug McGlynn, our township trustee, township treasurer, Laura Wolf. She's in the back row. And I will introduce some of our Historical Society members that are here. Vice President Marge Gollner, Recording Secretary Veronica Terzak, Treasurer, he's a real important guy, Treasurer Harold Wilson, and the Board of Directors, Jack DeVille, his wife Mary, Ray Jean Malika, and Chuck Whitman. Okay, I saw a lot of hands go up. Thank you for coming. At this time, we'll have the presentation of the colors by the Fitch remarkable and wonderful color guard. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we'll just join in with the Star-Spangled Banner, and I'll say the first note because I can't sing so good. Oh, you see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, while bombs bursting in air, gave proof through them. You're next. You're going to read that. That the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home Our keynote speaker is going to start off a little bit different today, and he's Pastor Gary Gray from Highway Tabernacle, and he's excited to be here, but he's never met me before, so, you know. And you're going to read the preamble.
Yes.
All right, watch the cord.
Okay.
I got it.
Before we begin, could you open up to page number 5? Could you read aloud with me the preamble to the Constitution at the top? Let's read together. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Thank you. So when I was asked and given the privilege to come today, and thank you, Ms. Joyce, for that honor, we appreciate that. One scripture comes to mind for me that I felt like I'd be amiss not to read and not to mention. It's from Psalm 32, and it's verse number 12, and it says this: Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people whom he has chosen for his own inheritance. It's just simply a good and powerful truth, isn't it? Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. It feels good. Just say it out loud with me. Ready? Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. It's just a really good standalone statement, except in its origin, when it was written, it really had nothing to do with America. In fact, this may come as a surprise to some of you. America's not in the Bible. It's not. But that whole phrase, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, might have some application to us. If you look back through Scripture, you'll find a lot of times the nation that David wrote that about, the nation of Israel. Amen. Right? You know, exactly. That's my thoughts exactly. You know, of all the times I've ever spoken, I have never had that loud an amen from a dog. That was great. I wish I had that on video. My wife won't believe it. But when David wrote that, the nation that he wrote about had a lot of times where God came through in supernatural, divine ways that could only be God. There were times when there were enemies amassed against the Israelites. They were outmatched. They were outgunned. Everything about it said you will lose, but God came through and supernaturally worked. And you have to ask yourself, has that ever been the case for America? Has there ever been a time, right now, financially, militarily, in every way, America is a superpower, but we weren't always that way. We didn't start that way. In fact, the reason we're gathering today to remember is where we came from and how we started as a nation. So let me just tell you, there was in 1781, American General Daniel Morgan defeated the British advancing force under General Cornwallis at the Battle of Cowpens in South Carolina, which that seems really appropriate, doesn't it? Cowpens in South Carolina, right? I'm from the South, so I thought that it was right near home. But after that battle, our troops retreated and they were chased by the British. But listen to this. This is truth. This is our history. Cornwallis, chasing them, reached the Catawba River only hours after the Americans had gotten across, but a sudden storm made it impossible for the British to pursue them. The British nearly overtook the Americans again at the Yadkin River, but again, rains flooded the river, slowing down the British. And another flash flood blocked the British at the Dan River as they were following the Americans. The British general, Henry Clinton, described these events like this. Listen to his words. He says, "Here the Royal Army was again stopped by a sudden rise of water, which had only just fallen almost miraculously to let the enemy over." George Washington, we all know that name, he wrote in 1781, "We have abundant reasons to thank Providence for its favorable interpositions on our behalf. It has been my only dependence, for all of the resources seem to have failed us. Let me paraphrase that. What he was saying with good proper English was, if it hadn't been for God on our side, we would have failed. But God was with us. What I'm saying to you is, as a nation, really a lot like Israel, there were times when God's help was the only help that got us out of the trouble that we were in. There were times when supernaturally God came through and just protected us time and time again. So David says, and I just want to give you 3 simple thoughts. In fact, I almost want everybody in here to make a promise that you will never tell my church that I can speak this short and be done. Never let them know, because they think anything less than 30 minutes is just messed up. So David said, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. But here's the question. What does that mean to us, and how does a nation make the Lord their God? How does that happen? Let me offer you, that statement comes from Psalm 33. And here's 3 simple things that I think this scripture, this very powerful segment of scripture says about a nation who is blessed of God. First, and I'll just read a few verses from it. The first thing is this: a nation is blessed by God when they thank him for all that he's done. Here's what it says in the very beginning. It says, sing to the Lord for joy, O righteous ones. Praise is becoming to the upright. Give thanks to the Lord. You don't have to be a genius to know this, just a parent. If your children say thank you, it makes it much easier to give them something else. So all the young people here hear this. No matter what they give you, say thanks. It could double the next round, right? If we as a nation could learn to be thankful to God for all that he's done. I mean, just think about it. Right now, on this day, July the 4th, 2019, we're sitting under a beautiful sky, outside, talking about God and being thankful for the freedom that we have. We have a lot to be thankful for. Wouldn't you agree with that? So a nation that God is the Lord, first they bless him. Second, they honor him as creator. I'm going to read a portion of that scripture from a newer translation. It's called the Passion Translation, but it just says it so beautifully. It says about a nation whose God is the Lord, all he had to do, talking about God, was speak by his spirit wind command, and God created the heavenlies. He filled the galaxies with stars, and the vast cosmos he wonderfully made. His voice scooped out the seas. The ocean depths he poured into vast reservoirs. Now with breathtaking wonder, let everyone worship Yahweh, the awe-inspiring creator. Words he breathed, and worlds were birthed. Let there be, and there it was, springing forth from the moment he spoke. No sooner said than done. What this author was saying is, a nation is blessed when they realize they didn't just do this on their own. There is an awesome and wonderful creator. We are not happenstance. We are divinely ordered by God. And then the last thing that a nation that is blessed of God does is they lean on him. They lean on him. Here's what David wrote in that very same psalm. He said, the king is not saved by a mighty army. A warrior is not delivered by great strength. A horse is a false hope for victory, which a horse back then was our tank and our F-15s. Nor does it deliver anyone by its great strength. In my opinion, this is among our greatest problems as a nation. We've become so wealthy, we've become so blessed, we've become so powerful. Sometimes we start to believe that it's all us, and we forget about God's greatness. Listen to what Benjamin Franklin said. He signed the Declaration of Independence, a declaration, and the Constitution. He called for prayer at the Constitutional Convention. Things were kind of slowing down, and a variation of his request was adopted when the Founding Fathers attended a 4th of July worship service at a Christian church at Philadelphia. Here's what Franklin said. In the beginning of the contest with Great Britain, he's talking about the Revolutionary War, when we were sensible of danger, we had daily prayer in this room for divine protection. Our prayers, sir, were heard, and they were graciously answered. To that kind providence, we owe this happy opportunity of consulting in peace on the means of establishing our future national felicity. And have we now forgotten that powerful friend, talking about God, or do we imagine we no longer need his assistance? Listen, this is a great nation. I don't want to live anywhere else I love this place. But blessed is the nation. We said it. Can you say it again with me? Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. And you know God is your Lord when you thank Him, when you honor Him as Creator, and when you lean on Him. Can we just say a prayer before I go? Lord, thank you for all the people who put this great event together. Thank you, Lord, for the privilege of living in this amazing nation that you've given to us. God, today we honor you as our Creator. We thank you for all you've done. And we remind ourselves it's not us by ourselves. It's us leaning on you that keeps us together as a nation. So we thank you for that. In Jesus' name, amen. God bless you and thank you for the privilege of sharing.
At this time, I think it's appropriate that we sing. Notice I step away from the mic. God bless America. 1, 2, 3. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. You can be seated. Reverend, that was wonderful. Almost as good as our color guard and a trumpet player, but thank you so much. Thank you, girls, for the color guard. You did an excellent job. And Alex Butrix, trumpet player. His dad was a trumpet player, so he knows what he's about. Kyle Anderson, where are you? He won our $500 scholarship, and I'm pleased to announce that he's here today. And it was great to be able to give him a scholarship like that. He's going to attend George Washington University. Too bad we couldn't have given a lot more, but a little bit helps along the way. I just like a special thanks to Wes O'Connor, the band director, because as soon as I look at him, he said, I know, 4th of July, we need a trumpet player, we need the color guard. Automatically, he does that. And, of course, our Reverend Gary Gray, I got that right, from Highway Tabernacle. Nice job. And our breakfast chairman, Mary DeVille, her committee, they're ready to welcome us into the log cabin for coffee, juice, and some refreshments. At this time, everyone is dismissed, especially Mary. She's going to run up those steps.
Hello, Austintown, and welcome to the final day of the 4th of July celebration in Austintown Township. It's a biggie. It is the parade that has been going on well over 43 years. You know, it's an interesting factor being here. My name is Ken Corrado. I am a trustee here in Austintown, and I used to announce here for a long, long time. But unfortunately, I can't be on the truck, so they needed an announcer, so I'm here. And who did I bring with me? A young lady who I've known all her life. And she was one great speech student for me at Fitch High School, and she happens to be my daughter. May I introduce you to Patricia Lynn, and what's your last name again?
It's Machuga.
It's Machuga now.
It used to be Corrado.
You know, Patty, this parade has been going on, and it started when the United States had its 200-year anniversary, 1976. And then we did in Austintown, we were just a few years later, and we celebrated our 200th. We were, our beginning was just a few years after that. It was actually 21 years after that when Austintown became a township. But we have had parades every year Some were smaller than others, but most of them have been outstanding. You were in a lot of them with the speech team.
I was. We were fairly active in that. And then as you kept running for office, we participated as we got older. So our ties to this parade have been long and withstanding, and we absolutely love it. We look forward to it every year.
You know, I'll tell you what, this is not a paid political announcement because I'm not running for anything just yet. But it's I've enjoyed myself here in Austintown. And if I may, a personal note, today also marks my 50th anniversary being here in Austintown, a place where I now, and I've called home for the last 49 years. So it's a pleasure being here. But let's talk a little bit about the celebration. Off and on, this started a long time ago when, before this, there was the volunteer fire department, and they always had parades right up Mahoning Avenue. That was normal for most of the townships. It was a fundraiser. When the 200th anniversary of the country came out, a group of strong citizens, and two of the big leaders were a young lady I call Mrs. Austintown, Joyce Pogany, and Mike Antonoff, who was a trustee at that time, and a bunch of other hardcore Austintownians got together and decided that it was time for us to have a parade and a celebration. And that's when it started, back in 1976. Now, as it turned out, a few years later, we were celebrating the 200th anniversary of Austintown. So once again, it was a big notice. But this parade has always been, it's 80, 90, 100 people involved here. People have started. I was out here this morning at 6 o'clock, and there were people already putting their chairs up and so on. But the best part about it is, and we're not going to discuss that now, but we're just going to discuss what has happened to the celebration through the whole year. One of the biggest things we ever had now was an idea by one of the trustees, Jim Davis. And Jim is a heck of a promoter with music and everything else. And we had the party in the plaza we always have it on Sunday when the plaza obviously is not working too long, and it was huge. This last one, there were about 8,000 people that at the plaza itself, and they estimate around 60,000 watched fireworks that happened at 10 o'clock. Now, that was the big thing on Sunday. On Monday, we have a fantastic farm market. Shannon Lynn takes care of it in our park, and it was going on from 5 to 8:30. And at the same time, we had the Independence Day celebration car show at Greenwood Chevrolet, and the chairman of that is Mark Cole, and they did a great job. Unfortunately, again, this is the second year this happened. We were waiting for Tuesday to have our concert in the park. Ken Cooley, who is a long-time teacher and a musician, is part of the Canfield Community Concert Band that has a lot of Fitch High people in, and the Fitch High Concert Choir. We're going to have this great patriotic music celebration, but once again, unfortunately, somebody pressed the wrong button and we started having lightning and thunder, and all of a sudden we didn't do it anymore. Then, now this morning, which is something that we started at the same time that we started parades, it's an ecumenical service. It's a sunrise ceremony in our log cabin, something that we found. It was an old house that they went to tear it down, and when they took the skin off the house, they found a log cabin that has been back, in the early days of, and immediately the Historical Society, because of Joyce Pogany, got together, put that together, and now runs a lot of our places here that we use as places that you could go. But the ceremony was outstanding this morning, and I want to give credit where credit is due. The officers, Joyce Pogany and Marge Goldner, Victoria Tursak, Janet Smart, Harold Wilson, and just did an outstanding job again with all the other members. And our keynote speaker was Pastor Gary Gray. Nice name. He should be on stage. Gary Gray from Highway Tabernacle, giving outstanding words of help to us all. But now we're here. We're sitting off on the sidelines watching all kind of people coming in from all over the place, getting ready. I always love this. The name of the parade and the whole name of our celebration is called Austintown. How sweet it is.
Absolutely.
And that title came because of our Grand Marshal, a young man who has serviced Austintown for over 51 years with his Monarch concessions, Jim Monarch, who is an outstanding example of Austintown people taking care of Austintown. He supplies things for so many things, volunteering everywhere we can, and today we're going to honor him as making him their Grand Marshal. So we'll be getting started shortly. Patty, it's a nice day so far. We're holding our breath because they're talking about the weather coming.
Well, actually, too, and it's good to let everyone know where we're positioned. We are positioned right across from the McDonald's on the corner of Raccoon and New Road. We have a beautiful vantage point because we can see all the citizens, which we can attest have been lining up since 7 o'clock this morning. And, I think it's a great position for us to be in because we can basically see what's approaching. We could see all the excitement on the kids' faces. And we are probably in the best candy catching location, I think, here. Don't you think?
Well, I'm afraid of what they do. They normally start throwing it at us, so we have to watch ourselves. Now, I also have to thank Austintown Community Television. We have two stars over here, Dan Clark and Carla Ammon, and they're going to do all the work trying to get this thing done properly. And every 2 seconds, Dan's checking things. I think he's checking my leg, too. I'm not sure. But Carla's sitting over here. Carla, which camera do you have? Are you on the ground?
She's on the ground.
All right.
All right.
Well,
That's the first shot.
we're going to get started in a few minutes, but let me also talk about some of the people on the 4th of July committee. This 4th of July committee meets every month, all year long. Sam Swager, Janet Polish, Dottie O'Neill, Molesky, Emilio Sebastiani, Todd Schaefer, our park guy, Ray Penny, our road guy, our Lieutenant Scourin, who takes care of all the police and things that are going on here, our fire department, all the people who do their work to make this thing possible. And the sirens are blowing, and that gives an indication that they're getting ready to start the parade. Now, once again, it lasts for roughly about 1 3/4 of a mile. It starts off by Highway Tabernacle and St. Anne's, and we thank them so very much for letting us use their facilities to set up this. And then they go all the way to Fitch High School. Oh, you know what? Now see, this is an actual call. And this seems to happen every day. The thing to remember about the Austintown Fire Department and the Police Department is they are paramedics. It's not just fires they go to, it's the health issues and so on, and I'm quite sure that's where this truck was going now. So, Patty, we're getting ready to start off the 2019, the 43rd parade here in Austintown, and we can't wait to see all the people that are in it. So stand by, everybody. We'll be back. On behalf of the 4th of July Committee, I welcome you to the 43rd Austintown 4th of July Parade. A little bit of history. It started when the United States celebrated its 200th anniversary in 1976. And we've had this parade ever since because of a lot of dedication of individuals. This is the end celebration of 5 days of hard work starting with the party in the plaza, the farmers market, the car show, the concert in the park. Unfortunately, they had a little bit of rain. And the ecumenical service this morning, and now the 4th of July parade. The chairman of the 4th of July committee is Trustee Jim Davis. The young man who does all the work for this parade is the chairman of this parade, and that's Bruce Schepis. We'd like to thank the Highway Tabernacle Church and St. Anne's for the ability to be able to use their facilities in getting everyone lined up for this parade. So once again, each year we thank them. Thank you, Highway Tabernacle. Thank you, St. Anne's. My name is Ken Corrado. I am an Austintown trustee. I was a teacher here for 37 years. And the young lady who's sitting next to me, I've known all her life. Well, I even knew her before she had a life because she's my daughter. And it's Patricia Machuga, Corrado Machuga. That's what it is. Okay, let's get it straight. So we're going to have a good time seeing the people coming through. There's approximately 85 different issues coming through this parade. It should last roughly about an hour and 40 minutes. And the dear Lord has been kind enough to keep the sun out and the rain away. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Yeah. Today's celebration is called Austintown. How sweet it is. We take the names because of the Grand Marshal. And our Grand Marshal, who you'll see very shortly, is a young man who served Austintown for 51 years. His name is Jim Molnar. Jim Molnar is the owner of Monarch Concessions, who have given so much to so many different organizations in this town. And today we celebrate his 51 years of service to people in Austintown as making him our Grand Marshal. Here's our Dare car, great program for our schools, and a great donation from Greenwood Chevrolet.
That car is fantastic.
Hey, I like that car. You used to be able to throw a little further than that. Right at that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our Grand Marshal, Jim Molnar. Jim, thank you for 51 years of service. You're a gentleman and a scholar, let me tell you. May you have many, many, many more years. As has been the tradition since this parade has begun, our color guard from the Austintown Memorial Post, American Legion 301. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. And ladies, I got to watch myself. Here's Sam Swagger. He's the new command and the new commander Dave Ewing doing their thing for the post as they've done for so many years. Here's another American Legion. And here comes the trailer. American Legion Post 301. A great organization that has serviced in Austintown for many, many, many years. Always on hand. Hey, gentlemen, Tony, you guys, let's see their arm. Let's see that arm. Here's our Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 4237 from Austintown, another organization that has served Austintown so very much. Austintown is a veterans organization, and we thank them for their service. All of the veterans that are out in the parade and those that are watching it, Thank you. Here's the DMV, Disabled Veterans. Bob Cooper, the Disabled Veterans number 2. Thank you for your service. Thank you so very much, and welcome to the parade. Hey, how many people are that? That's great. I love it. Here's someone that you know very well in Austintown. Lane, their life trains, their great connection with the Austintown Fire Department makes us a lot safer in this town. Thank you for Lane. Thank you for all the years. And here they come, the fire department, a proud organization. Hey, they got the new assistant chief is there. Hey, how you doing, Judge? Thank you. Oh, we'll hold off for a while. Hey, wait a minute. How old is that candy? Come on. Here you come. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Your daughter outthrew you.
Good job. Look at that Hummer. Woo. Look at that
You know,
Hummer.
I just love seeing this vehicle every time we go there. Thank you for being here.
So cool. Totally cool.
I just hope there's no fire. Here's Austintown Township.
Some classic engines.
Yeah, this is. Now, way to go, guys. Thank you for being here.
I'm always amazed by how many phenomenal trucks we have.
You know, we keep remembering that there's so many people here that we have to be able to get there within 2 minutes. Thank you, guys. Is that candy from the old days?
Engine 156.
Engine 156. Hey, guys. It is Squad 55. Welcome to the parade.
Real evidence on why Austin has some of the best EMS services around.
Well, you know, there's a great conflict. Lane service has been on for years, and now the contract between Lane and the township, I mean, we have a great immediacy of emergency services. Welcome, Lane. Welcome. How come everybody has supervisors on their trucks? Got a lot of supervisors. It's a beautiful thing seeing what's available and not having to be inside of it. Way to go, Lanes. Doing their job. Anyway, hey, that was close. I'm supposed to be on the next truck, but they needed a voice over here. So I used to be called the voice of the Falcons. Now I'm called the mouth of the birds. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my colleagues, those people who listen to your complaints, try to straighten things out, and lead our township. The Austintown Township trustees and our fiscal officer. Standing up over there is Jim Davis, and Jim is also the chairman of the entire 4th of July committee. Sitting in the back is a young man that you know from the school for so many years. Doug McGlynn is principal. Now he's our trustee, and we welcome him. And we don't want to forget, like they did last year, the best fiscal officer in the state of Ohio, Laura Wolf. Now, driving that car, this is the guy that everybody doesn't want to see comes to his lot, and that's Darren Crivelli. He's the zoning inspector that keeps citing everybody. And here comes our road department. They know how to throw. But, hey, guys, wasn't that the candy from 1948? That was really good stuff. I love that truck. Don't forget, Countryside Road, there's a hole there, okay?
Go fix it.
Ray Penny's the head of our road department, and he's a brand new guy who does an excellent job. Hard-working individuals, the road department. I am so proud of what they do. We have 115 miles of roads in Austintown, and these gentlemen and ladies have to take care of it, and we thank you. They're working hard. You see how they're working hard? You guys getting double time today? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our parade judges. We welcome the retired Major League Baseball umpire, John Hershak, and we invite Ron Strollo, who was a graduate of Fitch High School. John Mashiska's driving him. That's it. Ron Strollo, Executive Director of Athletics at YSU and a Fitch High graduate, and Bob Hannon, the President of United Way. They had a tough job this week. Thank you, gentlemen. And here's the connection to the 51 years of service that got Jim Molnar here as our marshal, the Molnar concession stand, and what food they serve.
Some of the best food.
Hey, did you guys miss your slurt? And here's our colleagues from Jackson Township. Thank you for being here. I like that. Hey, wait a minute. Which one's newer? Oh, you guys are newer? Okay. That's beautiful. And here's Engine 66 from our very close contact people, Jackson Township. We love our things. And here's my friend Jim Johnson. There's a story behind this. We found the log cabin underneath a house being torn down. It became the star of the Historical Society. Jim Johnson was always the one who led these parades. He was a police officer and so on, but he was also very talented. So Joyce Pogany and I asked Jim, you have all this talent. Can you do something about making a log cabin? And ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Retired Lieutenant Jim Johnson and our log cabin.
The Austintown Historical Society is actually open for free tours on the first Sunday of the month at that log cabin on South Raccoon Road. So make sure you check that out. It's an absolute jewel of Austintown.
And if you just pick up the phone and call Mrs. Austintown, Joyce Pogany, and she'll arrange something for you.
Now we have our friends from the Austintown Senior Center, a phenomenal location. The Senior Center is open to independent senior citizens aged 60 and older. It has a variety of activities and classes, and the Senior Center is the hub in all things exercise, education. For seniors, just remember, life is about getting bolder and not older.
That's a great place. Now, here's a couple of people that will be in the Senior Center a few years from now. And that's our county commissioners, our beautiful, beautiful county commissioners. Carol Remigio Righetti. Carol, thank you for being here. Anthony Trafficani, who everyone thinks is my son or my brother. And that guy in the back, I think his name is Ditzler. But we're very proud of David. He is a past trustee here in Austintown, and he's doing a great job. All three of you, thank you for service. Thank you. And these guys are advertising already. They're not running until next year. Here's an organization that does all kinds of great things. All the flags you see that go on all over the place when we have holidays are from the Austintown Rotary Club. They meet, and they've been meeting for so many years. Mark Cole takes care of the connections of all of it. I like that little thing there, Mark. That's cool. Yeah, it's good. And right behind you is something that, oh my God, it says Mark Cole too. Oh, it's Mark Cole Agency. Great agency. He can help you with your auto, motorcycle, boat, all kind of great things, life insurance and so on. He does a great job here in Austintown, so if you need insurance, make sure you call Mark Cole. That was a paid political announcement.
And how a wonderful float with these wonderful horses, this horse-drawn carriage from our friends at Armstrong. Armstrong has the Healing Heroes program that is doing amazing work. They're getting service dogs for vets and other outstanding social programs. So for more information, definitely visit Armstrong.
And ladies and gentlemen, here they are, people I worked for 37 years. The Austintown Board of Education, Mr. Don Sherwood, who is the chair, Mrs. Robin Krapaski, Mrs. Kathy Mock, Mr. Harold Porter, and Dr. David Ritchie. Is the youngest one there, David Ritchie?
Yes. There he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, put Doc someplace where we could get to him easily. Thank you so very much for your work in the school. I didn't see if our new superintendent.
He might be coming in that bus. We don't know. Check and see.
Dave Capizzello. That's a heck of a job to be when you take over something as big as our school. Our school system is the largest in Mahoning County. Here's one of our school buses we're very proud of. We're proud of our drivers and so on. They have a great safety record. And we have some very, very, very good school buses. Thank you. Here's something we're really proud of, and that's our mobile medical unit, the Falcon Mobile Medical Unit. It's used at all the sporting events and so on. It's also used for different activities from different clubs within the Austintown area, and they do all kind of evaluations for people, and we're so proud to have them. I didn't know they had a window in the back that opened.
And as you can hear out in the distance, the pride of Austintown local schools, here comes the band.
Austintown local schools and its mobile medical unit. Congratulations to the school system for a great job with this vehicle. As Patty says, you talk about the pride of Austintown Township and the Austintown school system. It's this fantastic history of our Austintown Fitch marching band. Outstanding individuals and outstanding directors throughout the history, now directed by Wes O'Connor, and they play just beautiful work. And and there they are, the band parents who do all the work. And how come you were supposed to walk? No. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Austintown, the Fitch High School Marching Band. Let's hear it for the band. Way to go, gang. Work. Salud. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the people that will be watching coming up in in about a month or so. Our Austintown Fitch football team. We celebrate the football team. Unfortunately, we're sad about the loss of Phil Anarella after all those 12 beautiful years here. We wish John Elliott the very best of luck, and these individuals that are standing in front of you are the ones who are going to be doing it. John, way to go. Good luck, good luck.
Go get 'em, pal.
You don't need luck. Here's the girls that work the hardest out of everybody in the sports system. Oh, my goodness. Austintown Fitch Cheerleaders. I could do that. Of course, you better bring that ambulance back. Here we go. You'd be surprised if anyone only knew how much work it is to be the cheerleaders. Hey, how are you? You know, one of the toughest jobs in the world is running the cheerleaders in any school system. Good luck in the seasons coming, girls.
So this represents the freshmen, the JV, and varsity cheerleaders. Congratulations.
And here's AMS. Go ahead, this is AMS.
Folks, here is our phenomenal AMS cheerleaders. We have 24 students who work hard to support both the AMS football and basketball teams and obviously promote the best of school spirit. So congratulations, girls.
Okay. Here's Austintown Bounce. If you people haven't been in there, you got to get there and see this. It is absolutely outstanding. It's owned by Bruce Schepis and Harold Porter, both people that you know very well in Austintown, and they do so much for Austintown being sponsors of the softball teams and everything else. So help support them as they support us. Here's one of our commercial groups, the North Star Power Sports and Marine. You can see the group that's in front of them. I'd like to try that, boy. I think I will. I'll be there. That looks like fun. All right, North Star Power Sports, Hermitage, PA, Kawasaki, Polaris, Victory, all these different activities. And ladies and gentlemen, here is one big winner today. The West Side Tire and Service. They're the winners of the best commercial float, and they also received the award for best overall float. West Side Tire, they've been here for years, and they still support everything that goes on in Austintown. And look at it. I want to be that king.
I know.
Are you going to eat that cupcake? Okay. Where is St. Joe's? Is this in here? Ladies and gentlemen, an outstanding organization in our town. St. Joseph's Church, Knights of Columbus organization. The service they provide is outstanding. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Now, here's a group that if you haven't seen one of their shows and one of their competitions, shame on you. Outstanding. Look at the back of this is the Falcon Tech. It's the Austintown Fitch robotic team, and I mean it's unbelievable what they do. Congratulations on all your successes. Good luck in the next competition stage. All right, go to it. Fitch Volleyball. Yay! You talk about somebody that has a great history and then a great future. Go to it, girls. Way to go.
Love it.
I tried playing it once. Forget it. Yeah.
Now here comes our friends from YYFFA. That's the Youth Flag Football Organization. If you haven't seen one of their competitions, it's amazing. Flag football is a great sport, and these kids do an amazing job. So welcome, guys.
I love the Corvette. Here comes American Limousine. They're always in our parade, and we thank them so very much for being here and for all the work that they do in Austintown. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Here comes this is the limousines that were in my era when I grew up. The Lynn Pony Farms, who are always here. What beautiful, beautiful horses and what beautiful carriages, and they're always doing a great job. Thank you for being here. I love that.
Beautiful.
Look at that, how comfortable. I like the Birds in Flight Sanctuary. Listen to that, by the way. Thank you for being here. And I know what that is at the end. That's for you heavy-duty workers out there, right? Okay, who's next? Here's Laura Wolf's campaign group. Laura's our fiscal officer, and she's ready to... all she needs to bring is all her family here. That's enough to take care of everybody. Laura's be running in November and doing an outstanding job. Here's an organization that we thank every year because they help us so very much for letting us use their facilities in Highway Tabernacle. Hey, Jim, get up there, will you? Highway Tabernacle. This is their summer work Bible school, but they are such a big part of Austintown. But we thank you again for letting us use your facilities. Here's a group that's been here since I've been here. Karl's Towing.
45 years.
As a matter of fact, the young lady who runs it, Joanne Jordan, was one heck of a speech student way back when I was coaching in the first couple of years. So hello, Karl's Towing. If you need some towing, call Karl's.
Oh, yeah, the compass. Damn, we're moving.
Here's an organization that's been around for a long time, and a lot of their players were superstars here at Fitch High School and all over the country. The Austintown Colts Youth Football. Season's getting ready, good, and they're cheerleaders. And here's these hardworking coaches and parents that have to do all the work. Who's this? Here comes all the cheerleaders. Way to go! That'll get them winning. Go! That's it. Here's a great organization that's celebrating 106 years in their business, the National Fire and Water Repair. When you have a problem in your home that was from either flooding or fire and anything else, they're a great organization to call. They have a lot of experience, and they'll do a great job. Bethel Austintown. I love your signs, Austintown. How sweet it is. It is sweet, and it's sweet because of you. Thank you so very much for passing out the water. You people are just gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep up the great work and keep us down with the and the knowledge of religion. Bethel, way to go. And here comes the other organization that's been around for years. A lot of their cheerleaders and players have been outstanding people in Austintown, the Austintown Little Falcons. Always in the parade, always. And here comes all the coaches that have to work, and here's all the parents that have to show up for every one of the practices. Way to go. It keeps them off the streets, and it does a great job keeping them in shape. Good luck to the Austintown Little Falcons. Here comes a couple of cars. I don't think that Harold owns those. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a young man who serves on the Board of Education and does an outstanding job, and he's up for re-election. And here's his group to tell you that they would very, very much appreciate your vote. Now, if you're from Youngstown, that'll be a little difficult. But if you're in Austintown, there he is. Hey, Harold, good luck. Absolutely good luck. Beautiful, beautiful. Harold also is the co-owner of the Austintown Bounce, who serves so many things here in Austintown. There's another group that has been around since I've been here. This is my 50th year in Austintown, the Austintown Community Baseball. Do an outstanding job. Great coaching, great work, great young people doing their job, learning about baseball. They're great. Go watch them. I remember some of the coaches when they were that young. Way to go. Go to it, Austintown Community Baseball. Enjoy, enjoy. Have a great season. Here's a group I'm going to send my daughter to. It's ATA, the martial arts. I wanted to teach her that so she could protect me. Welcome every year. You're here with us. Hey, group, where'd you get? Oh, you got straw over there. Hey, that's good. How come you guys have to walk? How come he has to walk and you're riding? Okay, all right. All right. There's ground maintenance, snow plowing, landscaping, lawn care, fertilizing. God, I need all those stuff. But what they're doing is pulling the trailer for the ATA. That's great. Wait. And here's a truck for Judge J.P. Morgan, Mahoning County Court Judge. She was appointed to the Mahoning County bench in the March, and she is up for re-election. Or election. He's up for election. Judge, good luck. There he is. Yeah, I like when you walk. That's good.
That's cool.
It'll keep you in shape.
Way to go.
Yeah, you guys sit on that bench too long. That's what it is.
There we go. Girls softball.
Austintown Girls Softball League, another long-standing group in Austintown. Outstanding, 46 years of work. Some of you coaches look like you've been there 46 years. I don't know. But God bless you. It's great sport, great activities. I love this group. Here's the group that won the award for Best Non-Commercial Float. Motor Mafia Motorsports. Sweet Sensation. That is absolutely stunning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you're smart enough to have everybody sitting down and not having to walk. Way to go. Congratulations. Oh, my God. Here we go. Here we go. I love that.
I love it.
Motorsports. Is that thing going to run out of juice? And here's an organization that's been around for a long time, the Mahoning Valley Corvette organization. They had been here since 1962. That's a year after I graduated from high school. Look at these Corvettes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you all for being here. When's your next meeting? You guys meet every month? Okay. What a group. Look at these cars. Outstanding.
Ooh, listen to that. Running them engines.
The Mahoning Valley Corvette Club. And I mean, they've been in existence for a long time. Oh, there's a new one. Wow. Like that one. When I win the lottery, I'm going to buy one of those. Thank you for being in the parade. Thank you. Thank you so very much. What's this? Is that what it is?
Yep, there you go.
Austintown Cub Scout Pack 184. Way to go. What a history of the Cub Scouts, and we're so proud to have them with us. Thank you for being here. I love talking to you guys, too. Nice going. Someday we'll fix your road. Yesco Electric Supply, another group that always joins us. Russ Stevens is in charge. It's now serving in 5 locations: Youngstown, Columbiana, Pittsburgh, Newcastle, and New Britain. They want to say happy 4th to all of you from Yesco's Electric Supply. You need some electric supply. They're the ones that get it. Here's a group that did a heck of a job. They had that great in the picnic in the park. I mean, I'm sorry, in the plaza over there. They had that the who could eat the most of the wings and so on, and that's our Buffalo Wild Wings. They are a great organization who donate so much to Austintown and to everywhere else around. If you want to eat a good meal, Buffalo Wild Wings is where you should go. You'll love this group. What a great partner in Austintown. Absolutely. Hollywood Gaming, the Mahoning Valley Race Course. These individuals supply to so many organizations, and they donate like you've never seen. Now, the truck drives a little slower than the horses run, but I'll tell you what, we absolutely enjoy them. They have been quite a partner to everything that we've done in Austintown, and we welcome them and hope they're enjoying their stay here in Austintown. Thank you, Hollywood Gaming. Thank you, Mahoning Valley Race Course. If you weren't here, I wouldn't have anything to do on a Thursday night. Greenford Christian Church, always in parades, always serving the public. And they have this great Christian on the campus here in Austintown. They're an outstanding organization who always come up with a nice little float. And hey, now you guys learn you're all sitting on it. You guys got the walk, huh? Thank you. Thank you for being here again, as you always are. Now, here's a card that people tell me that is my age. Paul Huba, he's got a 1930 Chevrolet two-door sedan. Unbelievable. Way to go. That's beautiful to be in the parade with us. That is really sharp. Look at all the work done on that. Geez, Paul, nice job. The 1930 Chevy Street Rod, chopped, custom interior, custom front. Oh, he did everything to this. New power brakes, power steering. That car is better than my new Chevy. Here's an organization that people just love when they came to Austintown, Sports Clips. I'm telling you, they even do your fingernails. No, I'm sorry, it's the hair on your fingers. That's what it is. Thank you for being here. Okay, J.S. Paris Excavating. Outstanding. Oh, here it is. That's A.J. Harris is pulling the trailer for the Sleep Heaven Peace. What an organization. It's a local nonprofit that builds and delivers bunk beds to children who need them. Thank you for your service. And everybody knows. There's a 2016 Dodge Hellcat by Joe Protein. Joe, thank you for being here. And here's our little group, Dairy Queen. Everybody loves Dairy Queen. Oh, they're passing out. Get your cards. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Hey, very good. They're bribing us. I love you. Thank you. Cornersburg, Austintown Dairy Queen. You get hungry, go get them. They're passing out DQ coupons, red and blue Misty and slushes. Dean's Stump Removal. Now, I'll tell you what, in Austintown, we need a lot of you. We got a lot of trees that keep falling, but they'll take out that stump for you. Give them a call, and thank you for being in the parade. Is this?
This is Agent Insurance. Hello, everybody from Agent Insurance. Agent Insurance is a full-service independent insurance agency. They represent insurance carriers such as Erie and Grange and Progressive. Make sure you give them a call next time you need some insurance. El Cowboy, look at our kid.
Here comes El Cowboy. What a group they were coming into Austintown. We welcome them. Look at that car. That's super. They're right across the street here, and you hear about them all the time. They have all kind of great music. They have all kind of great happenings. So, hey, the man, the legend. You guys, what's this? 1924 Star Cabriolet. I don't even know what a cap. That is beautiful. Wow. What a beautiful, and that's Gary Findler. Finland? Is it Finland? Okay, Gary, built by Durant in Elizabethtown, New Jersey, 1924. He has 8,000 miles on that. I do that in a week. Here comes my paisanos. The Greater Youngstown Italian Fest.
August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Where is it?
August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
August 2nd and 3rd and 4th of this year, downtown, the Greater Youngstown Italian Fest. It's a nonprofit charitable organization in our valley. They provide scholarships to YSU students, as well as assisting in the Second Harvest Food Bank and the rescue missions. Thank you, paisanis. Keep it up. Here's a nonprofit organization that does such an outstanding job, the Austintown Falcon Animal Rescue. Dedicated to the rescue of abandoned, abused, and neglected animals, rehabilitating them, they vaccinate them, they spray and neuter, and finally they lovingly find them a home. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Austintown Falcon Animal Rescue. Oh my God, how come you're walking? Get in that cool. Is this?
Mahoning Valley Off-Road.
Mahoning Valley Off-Road. They repair and fabricate. Let's see what we have here. They're a local family, the custom fabricator repair shop, especially for off-road Jeeps and other vehicles. They offer 24-hour road service. When you're in trouble, if you have a Jeep, you have an off-road. Look at what they do. you give them a call. Mahoning Valley Off-Road. I like those Jeeps too. Now there's a handmade off-road. Thank you, off-road. Well, that's the way to save gas. Have a car on top of the trailer. Thank you again. I love it.
I love it.
How do you say it?
Half key.
Half key. What's this? Oh, Elite Pest Solutions, LLC. Now, that doesn't mean your husband or wife. That means things that are in your house, right? Okay, but they're the people to call. If you find out that you have a few little ants that you don't want or a few little bigger things, remember to call Elite Pest Solutions, LLC. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Judge Renee DeSalvo. This is the committee to retain, and there's anyone that walks like that, it deserves to get reelected. You're blessed. Thank you. Good luck in your campaigning. Thank you. Youngstown Municipal Court Judge Renee DeSalvo. And her entourage over here. I like those balloons.
Wow, nice.
All right.
Biotech Pharmaceuticals.
Our next organization is Biotech Pharmaceuticals. Biotech Pharmaceuticals saves lives, one donation at a time. Come and be a superhero and be compensated for your time. Join in with the Biotech Pharmaceuticals. Western Reserve Orthotics and Prosthetics Center. That's a tough word to say, but boy, it's a good thing that you guys are around, let me tell you. They do an outstanding job. You need any orthopedic work or prosthetics, they're the ones that need. They've been in business for a long time servicing everyone in the Mahoning Valley. Upper Room Ministries. Hey, Austintown's group. They'd like you to join them on Sunday at 11:30. Good music, good music. Oh. Hey, how did you get to sneak in? I didn't have a sheet for you. Here's our, hey, here he is, our state representative. You know, I knew this guy when he was in high school. He's doing a great, go to it. Way to go. Manning, our state rep.
Wow, look at these guys.
We're coming at the end. Look at these guys. I used to be able to do that.
Oh, yeah.
The tires get flat now when I get on the bike.
There's Bruce.
And here's a card that's asking you to vote for Bruce Schepis for Austintown trustee coming up in the November election. Now, here's a guy that you may not know, but you just heard about him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bruce Schepis, who is the chairman, who did all the work for this giant-sized things. Please join with me in thanking Bruce for an outstanding job again, as he's done every year. Bruce, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great job.
You notice that they have to protect them with 2 police cars. Oh, you're protecting me? Ladies and gentlemen,
111.
111. This is unbelievably fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here in Austintown and participating in the 43rd Austintown 4th of July Parade. We hope that your day is great today and the whole weekend and all year, and we hope to see you back, even the police officers with their squeak. Oh, I like that. I like that one. They give Morse code to let everybody know what they're doing. That's what it is. But thank you for all being here. I thank Bruce for an outstanding job as the chairman. I thank Jim Davis and the committee for all the activities that went on in Austintown for the last few days. And once again, I thank Austintown Community Television and for their efforts here tonight and all the work they're going to have to do to edit all the mistakes I made before they put this on the air. So on behalf of my dear daughter, Patricia, and myself, we thank you once again, and we say have a great 4th of July.
In association with Austintown Local Schools and Austintown Township.